Hey Adam, how does this sound? Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put myself into presenter mode so you can see my screen. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Okay, can everybody see my inbox here? Okay, so when you're in your Gmail account, you're gonna want to get to your drive going here at the top right, and this is your Google Apps launcher right here. So when you click on that, it has your full list of Google Apps that you have access to, your Gmail, Calendar, Drive, and a bunch of other things. So we're going to click on Drive right now. So when Drive comes up, you can see here on the left, it's got a new button which serves a bunch of different purposes. The My Drive, if you have a business account, you'll have a Team Drive. If someone is to share something with you, it would pop here in the Shared with Me. If you recently worked on or viewed a document, it would be here in Recent. You can star documents if you feel like they're important and they would show up here. This is where your documents would be if you remove them and they're waiting for deletion forever. And this is where you can see your total storage used on your account. So if we go to new here, click on it, there's a couple different options. We can add a new folder, upload files, upload an entire file, and then create several different Google specific docs and sheets like Word and Excel. And you can also choose to do it from a blank document or from a template. And they offer a bunch of different templates that you can use. Just give you like an idea of what that would look like. You can see here there's ones you can make, and then there's general ones that you can see that are pre-made and formatted. So I'm going to go ahead and make a folder, and then I can name this folder whatever I want. So I just name this folder TaxForce, and it shows up here. If I look over here at the top right now I have my folders and documents in this kind of standard view, you would say. Like if you were to view it in your computer's file window, this is what it would look like. You could also go here to the right and make it a grid view, and this is change how you can view the layout. It kind of give you a personalized view of it, whatever you prefer. You can also choose here view details, and this gives you more information on whatever you're selecting. So if I were to click once to highlight this TaxForce folder I just created, I can see that at 3:23 I just created this item. It's in my drive and the folder's TaxForce. And there's no other activity before January 30th. If there was other activity, I could see it down here. And also go to details. It tells me where it's located, who the owner is, when it was last modified and opened. And I can even add a description here if I wanted to, just to give some more details. So some other options you can see up here. There's more actions, remove, share, and get a shareable link. If I were to want to share this folder with Adam here, I could click the share button. It would pop up this window that allowed me to type his name. And so I would start typing Adam. You can see he's popped up here. And I can then set what his file permissions are. So right now, it defaulted to can organize, add, and edit. I can also set it to view only if I want him to be able to look at the information, but not be able to remove the file or edit the file. And just if you needed someone to be able to look at whatever was in a folder or look what was ever in a file, but not have a lot of power about what happens to it, that is a good option. You can also click advanced down here at the bottom, and this gives you a whole slew of options. This, the top, gives you a link you can share. You can provide a link to people and they can click on it and view your document. You don't necessarily have to share it with people, but this link option is a little less secure since inviting people is more peer to peer, and the link is something that it will be out there once you've given it, but you can access who is able to use that link. So here I can see who has access. I'm the only one that has it right now because I haven't officially invited Adam. So I'm just going to go ahead and send this to Adam. So now under who has access, it's at, me and Adam. At any time, since I've already invited him, he has access, but at any time I can change what his access is, and I can also set an expiration. Say if I only want him to access it for a month and then I'm done with it, it will expire automatically and he's done with it. Yeah, right. Right, as long as you don't give him access to fully edit and, be able to share with other people, and you can set that from here. But you can check that box. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You see here, I can set the expiration after 30 days, or I can set it at a custom date. Okay, so once we save that change. So you can also, under who has access, right now it's private, uh, I add Adam, send that notification, it changes the specific people can access. If I go to explicitly change, you can see here's the level of access for sharing. So it's off. There's no link sharing here at all. It's only specific people, and that's the invite. If I wanted to share with that link, I can turn it on for anyone at our domain. So anyone at RCN with that link can access, but anyone outside of the company can't. And that's like a general rule. If you want everyone within the company to be able to access it without explicitly adding them. And the same thing up here, but this is anyone at the company can find and access. So they can search that link and find it, whereas here they can only find that document and access it if they are explicitly given the link. Up here, you can set to anyone with a link, so anyone outside of your domain can access it as long as they have the link. They don't have to sign in. And then if you were to publish it on a website, say you had some kind of calendar, you wanted people to see events or something, you could put it as a link and share it public on the web, and that would be a good way to do that. But okay. And you can see who has access. Adam has been removed from there, and he will no longer have access to that file. Yeah, so you're going to want to put Drive on your Windows, and you can stream the files, which means the files won't be downloaded on your actual computer, so it won't take up your computer's hardware space, your hard drive space. So that frees that up, and you stream the files from online, but you can see them on your desktop. So in order to find that, if you're in your drive, you can go to this gear icon up top where it's for settings. You can actually see get drive file stream for Windows. So when I click on that, it takes me to this website. It's a support Google page where use work or school files on your computer, the drive file stream. I've already got it installed, so it doesn't say install, but normally it would say install. It would start downloading, and then you would click through it like any other program. You would click on the downloaded file, and then you would run it, and it would install on your computer, and you would choose which account to sync your drive with. So if I go down here to my files, okay, and I was just showing the preferences. So if you wanted to change your preferences, you can actually check show who's editing Office files and share with others if I'm editing, and that prevents any errors while you're editing Office files offline. And there's also launch system startup, so that just launches this program whenever you start your computer. So those are activated by default. You don't have to worry about that. But if I go to this PC or whatever, this computer, whatever it says on your computer, then I can see my normal Windows C drive. That's where all my files live. But then over here, I see the Google Drive file stream, and it'll be a different letter here. It'll act as a map drive that I can click on. So when I click on it, I can see my drive and I can see team drives. So when I click on my drive, it'll show everything I have. It'll have a little cloud icon next to it to indicate it's in the cloud. And then anything you have that you can save some of these offline. So this document has a little green check next to it, and that's where I've saved it offline. So you can do that by right-clicking on whatever you want, going here to the drive file stream, and checking this available offline option. And it'll start downloading whatever it is to your computer. And you can use that option if you have a document or you have a folder of documents that you work on regularly but don't always have access to the internet for. You can download that on your computer and work on it even if you don't have an internet access. Yeah, and so this folder's empty right now. If I were to go back to my drive, go to the TaxForce folder, I can click new over here and add a document. I can right click and upload or click more and do a document. I can actually take documents from my computer here and I can drag and drop them into this space, and it'll start downloading them here, as you can see. And when I go back to my Google file stream, it should already be in the process of downloading that, and you can see it's already popped up here and is ready for me to work on and edit. Right. Yeah, I'm looking. And you So if you go to the top, if you're in Drive right now on the web, you can go to the top where this gear icon for your settings. When you click on it, it has settings and then get Drive file stream for Windows. So once you click on that, it'll bring up a separate window and it'll give you that box option to install Google Drive for Mac or PC. Yeah. Adam, are you still in the TaxForce outline? I was just, I was gonna go ahead and show the feature where you can see other people editing it. Yeah, so the only things taking up space here are things like PDFs and then Word and Excel files. I'm seeing here pictures, but no sheets or docs are actually using up that space. Okay, so right click and have the option to rename it and a bunch of other things right there. So I'm going to go ahead and name horse clients. Okay, okay. You can also, it says this check notify people. You can add a message. So if you have a document and you want someone to do something specifically with it, you can add in the option a personal message. So when they get an email saying they have been granted access, they can also get a message with some instructions if they need to. Just a little nifty tidbit right there. Hmm. Okay. You can also send a copy of it to yourself so you have record of it. Yeah, so you're gonna go into advanced and then get this, and this is the link that's only accessible by collaborators. So you can keep that specific access on, but get this link as well, and only those people. Okay. And you see it says drive.google.com. So if you were to paste this in your URL, this would work. This is the exact URL that you're like seeing at the top here. I'm just inserting it there, and then I click OK, and you can see it's hyperlinked here. It's blue and it's underlined, so they can click on it and access that file. I believe groups are in the admin console, aren't they? Okay. Yeah. So if you're here in contacts, over here on the left, you can create a label. And so I just need this one TaxForce clients. Say if you add like you just a blast that you want to send out to everyone about something. So I would go ahead and here's Adam, and uh, I can go click on this check mark and put it in manage labels, or I can go over here to the hash, the three dot hash for more actions, and click TaxForce clients. And so once I do that, it's checked. And when I go back to TaxForce clients, I can see that Adam is here, and I'll go ahead and add Jessica too. So there's at least two people. I would also like to add, if you have any other questions, that you can search here in your drive. There's a question mark, and it opens up a resource center through Google. Mine says help for admins, but it usually will just say help. And this is where you can find different Google articles about different things. You can search help for keywords. So if you need help sharing, there's different articles on how to share. So if you just or mind blanking on something, or you need help with something specific, you can search there first. Yeah. Have a nice day.